David Corson, Saturday, November 8th, 2025. About quarter three. It's raining, as you can see, and it's just starting to blow through here. Got some really good rain for about the last 45 minutes. Serious thundercracker came through here. Scared the heck out of me. I was up there concentrating, doing some taping up some boxes, and all of a sudden, boom, crackle. Oh, man. Dogs jumped, I jumped. I was like, damn, that was good. And then my wife called and said, hey, go put the thing on the sofa, the cover. It's going to rain. I said, I know. I just heard the crackle. In any event, hey, life always just throws you stuff to keep you on your toes. Don't want to get hit by any lightning. In any event, hey, hope you had a great Friday night. Smile on your face, positive thought. Going into your Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Hey, you got all Saturday night left and all day Sunday. You got all next week. And then you got the following week and Thanksgiving. And then one more left and then this is over. So, myself today, I'm just getting my office together. I'm taping up some boxes, just last year's boxes and just things. Just trying to get everything done and get clean. I got a hellacious week next week, and just got a lot of stuff to do. So I'm also just playing on the. I just was going back and forth with my artist with some things and getting some other proofs approved. So going back and forth. You know, when production goes in, you know, in the holidays, you just got to, you like lose a week and a half out of every month, maybe 2 weeks out of December. And probably a week out, at least a week to 10 days out of November. So it's like you're trying to cram everything in. This is my 10th issue. We'll post next week. And I got 2 more issues to put out. So I got to put another one out by no later than probably the middle of December. And then I'll put out my last issue of the year right after. I'll invoice it and I'll put it out right after New Year's. You know, like the 5th. But then I got to be already ready going into my other issues. So we can stay on schedule. It's crazy. And sometimes you got to do work on the weekend, like this weekend. My wife's out and about with her friend looking at some furniture, and I'm just hanging out, getting stuff done. So like I said, at the end of the year, when January 31st comes, you got to be ready to go into the new year, because you can't change any of this stuff that happens. Oh, look, here it comes. Here, I'll turn around so you can see the rain. Yeah, it's coming down again. We'll take it. I'll take as much rain as I can get all winter. Just winterized my boat yesterday. I'm not going back out on the lake until March. It's going to get cold here Sunday, Monday. And but I did find we had a little electrical switch. Found out where the bad connection was. So that's awesome. Got a buddy of mine coming up next week, and he's going to take a look, and hopefully we can get that thing fixed. So when we March, when we're ready to start the boat, we'll start right up, and there we go. Needs a bath. Got to put the cover on it. But anyway, hey, here's what I'm thinking for my word of the day for Saturday, November 8th, 2025. And that word is situational. Yeah, situational. You gotta be able to like turn on a dime if something goes wrong, or you just, you got to. You're on the athletic field and you thought you were going to go east, but you now have to go west or north, south. Call it whatever you want. But, yeah, you got to be situational. Life is every day you got to be situational, because you don't know what the day's going to bring. It's hot out here. Sorry, I got my hair on. I'm doing some push-ups and sit-ups. Anyway, that's why I'm wearing my hat. Yeah. Oh, man, that rain feels good. In any event, you gotta be situational. Business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, whatever you're doing, you gotta be situational. And if so, and you're able to adapt and then still cross the finish line with all the hindrances and speed bumps that you got, oh man, that's awesome. On the athletic field, situational. Okay, you got penalty comes up, you're man down, you get the ball, you go up, you're killing the penalty, shoot, you have a chance to pass it off and kill some more time up, but you have a lane to the goal and maybe tie the game up. It's situational. What do you do? I don't know. I got to see stuff in person. It's like looking at blueprints. You know, you can look at it all day long until you get out on the construction site. You can't see. You really don't know what that site's going to look like. So, but those are decisions that life throws at you. You know, which left or right, the fork in the road. Which way do I go? You know, it's situational. But you'll figure out the right way. And sometimes you're going to choose right, sometimes you're going to choose wrong. And you're going to learn. And sometimes you choose right, and it might not be right down the road. You really don't know. So you just got to go for it and let the chips fall where they may. Just like if you're on the athletic field, hey, you decided to go west instead of east, and there's another old big D pole waiting for you, waiting for the double team, you know. Or, oh wow, the west thing, that guy he had an injury and a hamstring, and he just blew by him and took the lane to the cage and put the rock in the net. So yeah, situational. And you gotta think quick on your feet. That's what's so cool about situational, mastering it. Business, same like sports. I tell you every day, sports is exactly like business. All right. There's a CEO, there's a head coach, there's vice presidents, there's offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, you know, special teams. You know, they got HR, they've got, the recruiters. They got everything every business has. Except they make money on putting people in seats, where you make your money on selling stuff or services. So, like, I sell content, you know, and I sell my services, you know, and I sell my readership. I do all of those things. So that's what I'm doing right now this afternoon. Yeah, it's getting sunny. Hope maybe this rain's gone. We'll see. But situational in business, it's why you should know everything about your business. You just don't know one thing. You should know everything about it, from the account executive all the way up to the CEO. Even if you're the CEO, you got to learn every day too. Okay? Because the day that you stop learning is the day you should go do something else. You know? Oh, screw the hat, man. I ain't even wearing it, man. It feels good. I know my hair's a little ragged, but I don't care. I'm old, 62, and that's what it is. A lot of miles on here, a lot of wind sprints, a lot of push-ups, a lot of broken boards, a lot of broken bones, a lot of just this body, man. It's going a lot, man. Probably need a haircut. My wife was bugging me. She's like, I want to take the sides off. I'm like, no, I don't think I'll let her do it. Maybe I'll do it naked. There you go. That looks fun. Hey, I shaved myself. I had melanoma in 06, so I got to go to the dermatologist once a year. And every time I go there, man, I shave my entire body, man. I'm talking everything. Don't let your imagination get excited. But I'm telling you, I'm a cue ball. And she'll circle moles. And my doctor, man, I've been with him, 30 years. And all through that melanoma scare, And that was 4 surgeries. First, I took the melanoma underneath my eye. Then I came back 2 years later. That's when it was melanoma. But at first, I had to have a graft. And then when it was melanoma, I had to have the Mohs surgeon. He took a huge chunk out of my face, about the size of an egg. And then it looked like a basset hound. I was stitches. 9 months to let the stitches, your face stretch out. 9 months, came back up. He's like, I can't help you. So I had to go to another surgery, put a screw on either side, and he kind of evened me out. You see my little scar here. This scar here was from hockey. Let me tell you, man. I've broken so many bones and been stitched up, fingers. But I've come back. Coming back from ACLs has been the tough. Both of them. I've replaced both. Once on the rink, and then once when I was getting my black belt. And it was worth both of it because it was a championship. I'd never been on an undefeated team before. When I won the AAA Hockey League here in Atlanta, which was very competitive. I mean, there were some definitely good players in there. And I was back in the day, man. I was 38 years old, 39. I could still bring it. And then get my black belt 2 weeks before. Blew up my other knee on my way. Took class, was catching a flight to Miami, and blew my ACL out. And had to go through rehab, and then 9 months of rehab, get back on the mat, and then take my test. But I got it. Finish what you start. Situational stuff happens. You just got to go with the flow. So everything happens for a reason. I learn from everything, good and bad. That's why you always win and learn. You never ever lose. Relationships, situational. Every day is going to be different, but it's your responsibility to make it a positive out of every day. Okay? Even if it starts out positive, it starts going haywire, hey, make it positive. Because you want to start the day off positive. You want to have midday be positive, readjust whatever, and then go through your afternoon, have a great evening. And you want to have positivity as you go into the evening and REM sleep for your body. Okay? So, yeah, you got to be situational though, because every day is not going to be different. And you got to be able to you really do have to be able to turn on and on, pivot, call it whatever you want. Being able to do that and still achieve your goal and cross the finish line, man, it feels good. It just does. And then I'm going to catch some vitamin D here. I don't have any shades, but that's okay. It was chilly this morning. It's nice out now. It's clearing out. Ground is soaked. Yay. Free water. I love it. Hey, relationships. It's not just personal either. It's people you communicate with every day. Just stuff that you're going around. Someone in the gym, someone at the gas station, someone in the grocery store, whatever. Waiter, flight attendant, whatever. You always want to take something, and you always want to leave your mark when you leave. So, like, all of a sudden, maybe a year from now, you just pop in their head, and you're like, yeah, that was really cool the way that he did that, or I like the way he finished that email off, or that was a really cool way to do that Zoom. Okay? I'm telling you, everybody has something to offer. And I have no problem learning anything. I want to learn something new every day. So that little 30 or 45-second conversation, if that's where your learn comes from that day, that's okay. Doesn't matter where it comes from, as long as you can benefit from it. And if you want to benefit someone else too, okay? Because some people are just having rough days. And they might just hear something that you just said, out of the blue. And be like, yeah. So, situational in relationships. So important. Just remember, in a relationship, you got to be able to communicate, be flexible, negotiable, learn how to listen. Oh my God, listening is so important. And then you got to be able to communicate with the least amount of words and in the simplest of form to get your point across so a third grader would understand you. Okay? Put my hat back on. All right? So, the bottom line is, it's my 2013 D lacrosse. They lost to Syracuse in the semifinals. 2 years later, they won the national championship, first one. Went to all three of those games. It was awesome. And I saw this one sitting here. I'm like, oh, I'm going to grab that one. Anyway, situational. Look at this hat. They were up there. They went to win. They lost. They had the whole game won. And they won the first half. They didn't win the second half. Then we went up the next year in Duke, and it was 13-12. I told my son, I said, whoever wins this face-off is going to win the game because there's only about a minute left. Duke won the face-off. They went down and scored. Boom, game over. Next year, we played Notre Dame in the semis and beat them. And went in overtime to do it. And then we crushed the Terps to win our first national championship. First time in 50 years that the national championship was west of the Mississippi. University of Denver. DU Pios, baby. Beat the national champions last night, Western Michigan, on their home ice in their new stadium, 3-1. So if we win tonight, sweep, and that's league play. That'll be a big win. I mean, they had a great team. They have a great team this year. If we beat them, that'd be awesome. So, but situational. You don't know what, listen, you practice all week. You think, and it's situational. When you get there, you left your A game on the part. You might have to, refocus or whatever. That's why being situational is so important. And then you got to be situational with your body. You got to give it its rest. 6 to 8 hours. Doesn't matter. You take care of your body. You feed it well. Keep it mentally and physically in shape. And give it its rest. Oh, my God. It'll perform for you for the remainder of your life. All you have to do is just feed it, keep it good, and change the oil when you need it. Yeah. And if you work on being situational for the remainder of the year, you'll have a little less than 55 days of data. Hey, record it right here on your phone. Your phone's attached to your hand. And work on it every day. Improve every day. 55 days of improvement. And you'll cross the finish line, and you'll have momentum because you're going to get addicted. You're going to go do it the remainder of the year. Coming up on 2 years, okay? Because, that's, I think it's 728, whatever videos, man. It's been crazy. But I've changed. I've learned. You know, you'll be able to look in the mirror. You'll see the change in yourself, your wife, your spouse, your kids, your pets, your teammates, your cohorts, coworkers. Everybody will. I'm telling you. When you can see yourself and go, man, I should have been done better that day. Or I didn't have to be as hard that day. Because every day's going to be different. So, listen, situational. It's an awesome, awesome word to know and be a master of. Make it happen. So listen, go have a great rest of your Saturday. I'm going to go finish up inside. Wife will be home here probably in an hour and a half. She'll want to do something. Some of you finish up what I'm doing. And I'll see you tomorrow. Where I have no idea. Hey, Falcons are playing, I think, 9:30. I think they're playing in Spain. They're playing the Colts. So I'll be up early. So I'll do it early in the morning. Well, feeding the dogs, letting them out, hanging out, put the TV on. Anyway, listen, I appreciate you all out there. Be safe. Know your surroundings, okay? Definitely. Take action. Be situational.